It's September. You've made it through the worst part of the Phoenix summer, so, congratulations. Sometimes those days of 100-plus high temps can feel like a test of endurance. But that's exactly why so many manufacturers choose Phoenix to test their materials. Plastic, paint, vinyl. The show's Annika Klein went to a test site to see how those materials fare in the Valley of the Sun.
You think 117 degrees was hot? Try twice that temperature.
It's way hotter than anything living should be subjected to.
That's Chad Olson, a testing supervisor with QLab Test Services. He shows me around their test site on a dirt field in Buckeye. Nothing living growing out here, just rows of metal panels that tilt on an axis to follow the sun. And boxes containing vehicle parts. Olson explains the glass tops on the boxes mimic a car windshield.
We have the box, and obviously this is a dashboard.
And while we stand outside in a comfortable 90 degrees, that dashboard is feeling the heat. Olson says the temperature in there can get up to 230 degrees.
When you're in this closed environment, the heat just builds and builds. You can get well over the boiling point in there, and it'll just stay there all day.
It's what happens to Phoenix cars in parking lots as their drivers go shopping or to work. If you can't find a shady spot, the UV rays are hitting your dash at full blast. Michael Crudson is managing director for QLab and says UV rays are as tough on plastics as they are on your skin, except that people can regrow damaged cells. A car can't.
So it's getting a sunburn every day and not recovering.
This dashboard still looks pretty normal. There isn't much that changes in just a matter of a few months. But further back in the field, QLab has some old-timers.
Over in this area, we got some more plastic specimens.
Rectangles of vinyl siding, the type you might find on a house, that have been out here for the past 15 years. And some of them are looking worse for wear. Crudson points out a trio of blackened rectangles.
Those were really nice, dark, rich, reddy brown color when they were first exposed.
The downside to this type of test, though, is that it takes a long time. So QLab also offers accelerated tests that use a series of mirrors to reflect about 10 times the amount of UV rays back onto the materials, like a super intense tanning booth. Crudson explains that this setup requires 2 large fans.
And it keeps them from getting too hot and bursting into flame.
Because 10 times the UV rays also equals 10 times the temperature. Just like Phoenicians learn to adapt to summers here, manufacturing companies learn to adapt their products. For example, Olson says some car companies are developing infrared-resistant paints.
They actually reflect the infrared back out, so a black car with this new paint might be almost as cool as a white car from, the previous models.
As for us, I guess we'll just have to break out the SPF 50 like we do every year. It's the show. I'm Annika Klein.
It's September. You've made it through the